It's Yasleen with Century 21 Connect Realty. It was great talking with you this morning, getting more detail on what you're looking for as for cash flow, as well as a possible buy and hold, and just different things we talked about today. So what I have done is I kissed a lot of frogs today for you on your behalf, just to see what's out there and what's worth it and what's not. As far as multifamily, everybody is looking for multifamily right now. Unfortunately, a lot of multifamily to be had. And what is to be had, I kind of question the rent rates. I mean, if the property is $200,000 and it is only bringing in $1,400 a month, to me, that's not worth a showing, because your note could be kissing that much. So you don't have as big a spread as far as getting your money back in a timely manner. Now, if you're not in a hurry, we could look at those options. However, I did find 3 cute little frogs today that could be of help, and I've already sent you this in an email. So I'm gonna start with our first frog. Our first frog is 1010 Dunning Street. It is a duplex. It is currently being used as an Airbnb. It is grossing $27.50 per month. Right now, this is a pre-foreclosure. Yes, you heard it right. Now, as you know, the first Tuesday of each month, foreclosures are called on the courthouse steps. Well, this little darling is up for auction. It is not on the auction steps yet. However, they are, when I talk to the agent, they are threatening to foreclose. If there is not an offer on the table in the next couple of days. And it really needs to be on the table tomorrow by 12 o'clock Monday at the very latest, because I would sit on the courthouse steps for several of my clients, and stuff basically goes to the attorney's office to be put out. So noon is hard, fast, last minute. Okay, if it's doing so well, why is it going into foreclosure? Well, it seems that there's a little divorce in process right now. So I don't know who shot John first. I don't know who got who. However, what I do know is she going on the foreclosure steps on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. under Georgia law. The agent said that they're $45,000 behind. I just can't even imagine that. And it's $187,000 left on the balance. We can make an offer on it, but it would have to be an aggressive offer, preferably cash, hard money. It's totally up to you. Let me know what you want to do. I don't know if it's currently rented right now. I mean, that's decent rent just for 2 units, because I've seen a lot out there that did not gross as much. Nevertheless, moving on to our next frog. Our next frog is 1621 Avon. It has been recently vacated. It was previously rented out. One side was rented out at $750. The other side was rented out at $1,800. Right now, they're doing some things to the property. I guess the people they're trying to clean up or what have you. But there can be no showings until January the 15th. So I wouldn't even be able to get in there and take a look until that time. But it is in a great area that is up and coming, and it could be a good investment to you long term. On to the next. Our next little frog is 1424 Beecher Street. Beecher Street has always been hot. Always. I have had my license, oh Jesus, almost 15 years now. And even when things were bad, people were always trying to get stuff on Beecher Street. The comps are real high in this area. Right now, they're getting like $1,800 a month for rent. It is a duplex-like property, according to the description. It's got 8 bedrooms, 3 baths, and 2 kitchens. would be a great Airbnb. You put your little gate up there for, you know, limited access in and out. And it is right there by the Beltline. It is 5 minutes, and the Beltline is very big. It's supposed to connect everything around the city. If you get something on the Beltline, it is money in the bank. However, this property does need work. She has been on the market now 70 days. I think we could try to make a deal. This might be a good one. We might have to go in and do some work and find out when that lease is up, and kind of reconfigure the house. 8 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2 kitchens. You almost would have to split it down the middle, but I'm sure there's a way to do that. You're a seasoned investor, so I'm certain that you know ways to handle that. According to this, they said potential rent is $25.50. I don't know where they got that number from. He's saying like one part of the house, they were renting out rooms, and I know they can be very lucrative, depending on how much space you have and how it's laid out. Now that will end your investment properties for today. If I see anything on tomorrow, I will definitely let you know. Now, we move on to the single families. Thought about what you said, buying and holding. You like doing projects. There are several properties I've sent over, but I'm gonna start with this one on 50 Dutchtown Road first. Reason being, I previewed this house probably about 2 weeks ago. I caught it trying to find it. Oh my God. It is not in a subdivision, and if you blink, you will miss the mailbox that the road takes you to the actual house. This is a foreclosure. According to these records, it's 10 bedrooms, 8 baths. Does have a lake, does have a pool. It's 2 properties on one big piece of land, 4.9 acres. It backs up to, it seems like somebody on the opposite side is now building a subdivision over there. You would definitely have to fence that, because I don't recall seeing a fence over there. But I'm sure they know what their boundary lines is. I would probably have to go and look for the silk fence. Nevertheless, let me tell you about this 50 Dutchtown Road. As I said, if you blink, you will miss it. But this would be a good property where you could like rent it out for weddings, retreats. It's 2 houses on one property. You got 10 bedrooms just in the main house. There's another house that you will see that sits on the far right, coming up to the house. Long, huge driveway. You could accommodate in there easily 30, 40 people, maybe more, maybe more. It just depends. It's a big property. Somebody had a good idea, and I don't think they could finish it. It does need substantial work. It's been listed 175 days. So if that tells you anything, I'm sorry, my phone was ringing. If that tells you anything about, you know, first impressions. And in fact, you can go to my YouTube channel, and I did a video of it so you could really see it up close and personal. I got a lot of views on it. Everybody's like, where's this property? Where's this property? I had to basically do longitude and latitude in order to find it, because putting it in Waze and MapQuest did not work. But it's something to see. It sits next to another subdivision. It's one subdivision that has not been built on one side that they are working on. I think they just turning dirt over right now. And there's another one on the other side, which is fully gated on that side. And it is gated all the way around. It is a gated community. If you could bring this back, I tell you what, I think about, I'm sure you heard of Evander Holyfield. When Evander Holyfield's house went into foreclosure, it was wrecked because it had not been maintained. Properties of that size take quite a bit of maintenance. That's what people don't get. You have to maintain the grounds. You got to maintain all that gating, all that stucco. All that stuff have to be painted like on a regular basis. Rick Ross got it was listed at $1 million, but I know he ain't pay $1 million because he get cheap. But nevertheless, he got an excellent deal. His house stays rented out for something or another. And you know they are shooting the new Coming to America movie at his house. If you could bring this property back, just to try to put it back on resale, you're looking at $650,000, $700,000, if not more, because it is a lot. My broker is messing with me, and I'm trying to shoot this video. But nevertheless, this would be definitely one to look at. I can go back out there if you like, but I gotta get somebody to go with me because it is a big place. I didn't even go inside last time I went because it is just, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. However, it could be a money maker for you, not just now, but down the line, depending on how you work it. You could rent it out to the Movio Studios. I'm sure a client of mine is getting ready to put a house, I gotta see his house too, on the list to be used, because he's got one of those really weird houses, like the back has got a waterfall. Oh, it's crazy. It is something crazy to see, but it's beautiful. And I think this definitely one to watch. Now, what I get him, this $384,000. No, ma'am. I am so sorry. First of all, a lot to be done on this property. That first house, that's a complete rehab all by itself. I hadn't even gone in the main house. But that first house, which they do not put in these pictures, is I looked at the pictures, and it's like, they left all kind of stuff in there. Granted, it's just unreal. But it could be the money maker, not the money pit. Okay, I'm gonna move on from Dutchtown. Next property we're gonna chat about, 1507 Peaksville Road. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You had said that you wanted some acreage. If it's acreage you want, I'm gonna get it for you. This particular property has 31.59 acres. That's a city. Oh my gosh. Own home. Needs some work. However, again, it's a lot you can do with it. And that's basically what I am looking at. When I looked at these, I'm like, okay, she wants something to buy and hold. So if she gonna hold it, let's try to make a little money off of it. Another property that could easily be rented out for weddings, and I do mean year round, because people get married here a lot. Events, parties. It could be a money maker. I would be happy to property manage for you. I sure would. I go over that and I make sure with nobody killing, stealing, and robbing during the event, and everything is kept up to snuff so they don't tear your house up. They gotta have some insurance though. You ain't renting without no insurance. Okay. But that's definitely another one to watch. 31.59 acres. Well, lake. Oh. Okay. On to the next. 220 White Road. Very private. Now, this is only on 5.3 acres. However, it is, the basement is finished. So that gives you a lot of space if you have people coming over or what have you, which is really great. And it's really nice layout, and I mean, it's almost 4,000 square feet. So that's kind of what piqued my interest on this one. Next one. Now this is really cute. This is in Tyrone. I know you said you mentioned that you had some relatives in Tyrone. This particular house is on 6.8 acres, and they included the appraisal amount on here. This house was recently appraised for $453,000. So instant equity, instant money in the bank. Private. Let me see. I don't think this one. Yeah, it did. This one did have a finished basement on it, and it's a very nice home. I know you said you like projects, But I was trying to find something where you really wouldn't have to have project, but if need be. Very nice home, Tyrone. Next property. Here's another one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. 18.3 acres. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful property. The house is 2592 square feet. And it is on a finished basement, which is lovely, lovely, lovely. It's secluded and you got a covered bridge. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine the weddings and stuff you could have there? Everybody's looking for that. And wedding venues tend to book up very quickly here. It don't matter where it is. I had a girlfriend got married up in Congress. I didn't even know the place was back there. So she just did get in, and the only reason she got in was because she had it on a Friday. But this is just beautiful. Again, it's got a stoplight, 4 acres. You got a workshop, studio. It's a lot you can do with it, and that's what I'm looking for on your buying homes, more than just you eventually being there one day. I mean, of course you want that. However, if it can make some money and be paid for before you get there, that's even better, or halfway. All right, moving on to the next one. Next property is in Fayetteville. Again, 6.2 acres. Nice little ranch home.